This is Rob from Rims Models. This is my third update of this beautiful kit by Ryefield, the Jagdpanther G2 with full interior. Before we start, big thank you to all my subscribers, all your comments, really do appreciate it, and a big thank you to Mike at Mike Muppet Modeler as well for my shout out. Just returning the favour. So if you're not subscribed to Mike, can you just go over to him, tell him I've sent you over. I'll put a link in the description below. Just go and check him out because his work does great work. Okay, so here we're just carrying on with the lower hull, just gluing parts on the sides. Really nice, straightforward, no issues. All you got to make sure you're just gluing these parts the right way up, because you can get them upside down. There's a lip in the drawing. If you look in the drawing, there's actually a piece you got to cut away on the side. It's just like a little raised bit. I don't bother doing it, but if you want to do it, you can do it, because by the time you got the tracks and wheels on, you ain't going to see it anyway. So I just left it. It's only on the one side. Okay, so all we're doing, the usual, cut the pieces off, clean them up, just test fit, because you have got a lot of ejector pin marks, so you don't want to just make sure, because they can hinder the fit a little bit. Really important that you just test fit, dry fit. There's little bits of seam lines as well on these little springs I'm putting on. What I'll do, just get a knife, a couple of swipes with a knife, it's gone, and then just get the extra fin in and just run it around just to get all the bits of dust off and that, and you're left with a nice clean piece then. Okay, so you've got 4 of these to do. So again, just make sure you got these the right way. Okay, so really nice fit. Right, now this here, now this piece I'm fitting now, you've only got, was only on one side. This is not one on each side, so I don't think there's one missing, because there isn't. You've only got the one. Really nice. That there is a little assembly on its own as well. You've got 4 pieces there. So that's really nice, beautiful. We're just working on the torsion bars now. Now you've got 2 sorts. Okay, so you just gotta make sure you don't get them mixed up. All I do, before I cut them off, I just put a little number on, just so you don't get mixed up. But these parts I'm gluing on here, you don't glue on all of them. You only do so many. Now in the instructions again, it's well clear, just to help you so you don't get mixed up. And they've done them different colours as well. Some of them are shown in blue, some of them are shown in red. There's and showing you there, look, just to help you so you don't get mixed up. Now if you want the suspension workable, there's a little pin you've just got to cut off. but I leave it on because I don't want it workable. Well, there I'm just showing you there. Look, all you gotta do is just cut it off and then sand it. I only do that though if you want the torsion bars workable. Okay, so we're just fitting these now. They are a little bit tight. You just got to make sure you've got all your seam lines and all the little sprue nibs off and that, because they are a bit tight to get in. Follow your diagram as well. It's really good because it does explain the order you've got to put them in. Well, I should spray all this in situ. I should just spray the lot, because I've dry fitted it all together, and you're not really going to see that much anyway, because a lot of it's going to be covered up by the floor. Okay, so really nice. There's little, like I said, the little pins on there, and there's a little slot where it goes in, just to help you locate it. Well, all I'm going to do, I only glue the one end just for now, not the end that meets, not where the end where the wheel goes on, the other end. Just glue that end, so it is still a little bit workable if you wanted to. If they don't quite line up, just get your tweezers and just give it a little bit of a nudge, and they will go in. If you're finding them tight, you could always run a little drill bit through, just to open them up a little bit, because these are quite flimsy. You've got to watch you don't snap them. Okay, so that's really nice. You'll have no problems at all with them. There's a little bit of a clean up to do. Right, so there's 4 of this type now on the ends. Now these ones I'm showing you here are the ones that are in blue. So when you look at your diagram, they're actually blue in colour. Just make sure as well you've got them facing the right way. Now they are supposed to be like that. One side faces forward and the other side faces to the back. Okay, so that's just a quick look at what I've got so far. Really nice, no problem at all. Okay, so now we're back on the interior again. There's 2 of these. You've got a left one side, your first one's your left side, and then the other side's the right side. 4 pieces, no problem. There's a couple of little locating pins just to help you. You could paint these the proper colour, but once they're fitted to the sides you can't see them. So all I do, I'll just fit them, glue them to the sides and just leave it then, because as you'll see later on, you can't see nothing. You could fit one of them, leave the cover off and just fit the little round pieces on one side if you wanted to. Now the sprue nibs on this are on the side, which is good as well, so it's just a little clean up. Okay, so there you can see, and then you got a little handle that fits on the back. Right, now we're on our first floor piece. You've got a few little parts to glue on this. And you got to make sure as well you get this the right way around, because the one is bigger than the other. Okay, so a little groove just to help you with lining up. Lovely, like a pattern, checker plate pattern on top of these pieces. Really nice. You've got on this as well, there's 4 little pieces of photo etch to fit on there, but I should do them off camera because they are really small. But they're all, once you've got them fitted, they're all right. Okay, so you've got 2 little holes again just to help you. Just need a little bit more glue on there, but it'll only fit one way. Just make sure you've got, because it's like it sticks out on the one end. Look, that's the bit you need facing in. You don't want it facing the other way because it won't fit into your lower hole then. Right, so now we've got 2 batteries, both exactly the same. You've got the option, you can either have it, you've got covers to put on them, so you can either have them covered up or showing. I have one covered and one showing. It's really nice detail. Or just make sure you get it the right way, because you want all them straps all lining up. Okay, and then this one, then I just glue the 2 pieces on. Right, so this piece, it doesn't matter too much which way around it goes. Well, there you can see. So I've got one showing and one covered up. Right, now we've got 2 of these as well, both exactly the same. All you've got to do is just be careful with your gluing, because there's a little symbol telling you not to glue these parts you're putting on now. Just watch your glue. So what I do, I put my glue on first, and then put this piece on, and then put the little piece on, and don't glue it then. You got your piece workable. You could put a little bit of glue on the end, on the inside, but you just got to watch it doesn't capillary underneath, because it won't be workable then. Okay, so there it is working. I'll do the one off camera. Well, they're both exactly the same. Right, so you've got 2 of these as well. Now they're different ones, so to make sure you get the right one, there's 3 bends to do. You got 2 little pins. Just super glue that on there, and then your job's done. Really nice. You don't need a lot of glue. Once it's dried, it's pretty good. Just a little bit fiddly. You'll get it. Once it gets it. Also, be careful how much glue you put on, because if you muck it up and you're not quick enough, it'll dry too quick, and you can't get your piece flat then. Okay, so there, that's that. 2 of them. Right, you got 2 of these as well. There's a little piece of photo etch to glue on as well. You got 2 different sorts, so you just gotta make sure you don't get them mixed up and get them the right way up as well. So the bit of photo etch which you put on should be facing should be at the bottom. But when you look at your instructions, it's really clear and it helps you. But there's like a CAD drawing bit, like a zoomed in bit as well, so that will help you get it right as well. Well, if you've built this kit, let me know what you think. Did you have any problems? Like I said, I think this is only my 2nd or 3rd Ryefield kit, and every one I've built's been an absolute pleasure to build, and I've had no issues. Let me know your thoughts. But I'm really enjoying this build. No problem at all. The fit's excellent. Really nice plastic to work with. Now these parts here I don't glue in position, I'm just dry fitting them just to show you how they fit. There's a little bit of photo etch on the end of that piece I'm doing now, and then there's like it just lines up with that other piece there. Look, there's a couple of little holes as well just to help you locate. Right, so it's still interior. All this update, the rest of this update now is all interior work. Okay, so really nice. I always like to try and hold the pieces with the tweezers as much as I can, because the last thing you want is the glue running underneath your fingers. This one working on there, this is a little sub assembly on its own. You've got quite a few parts for this. Just 2 different colours. So you need to work out how you're going to paint it as well. In fact, what I always do, I always keep saying it, I'll go through all the instructions first. Everything I can fit before I paint, brilliant, because it's a lot easier. And then go through then and do all your little sub assemblies. Like treat them as separate, like little kits. And then you can do your painting and your weathering separate, and then all you gotta do then is fit it in. And because you've already done all the work, you don't need to go back to it. Right, so we're still working on this bit. Like I said, this I'm working on now. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 little assemblies to do, and then it all comes together. Then glue it all together then for one final assembly. I don't show you me fitting every piece as well, because there's a lot. There's at least 4 little photo etch parts. I mean, they are tiny. This will only go on one way as well. Instead of being like a round pin, It's like a half a moon shape, if that makes sense. So it'll only go one way. Okay, so now everything now all glues to this part now. But in the instructions as well, it doesn't give you colour call outs as you're going along. You get like a CAD drawing and it tells you your colours you need, but a lot of it you can't see. You've got to do a bit of research and find out what colours they actually were. But the main bulk of it, it does give you colour call outs. There's little ejector pin marks at the bottom of that bit of plastic there, but you ain't gonna see them, so I won't get worrying too much. The only time I'd be worried is if they might hinder your fit, like sort of thing. So dry fit it, make sure they're not going to be in the way, and then leave them. You ain't got to worry. Right, so we're still working on this little assembly. But the main bulk of it is all the same colour. It's actually all the colour call outs are in MIG, and it's calling out, where's it gone, for a grey, which would be MIG 059, which is grey. So but like I said, all the call outs are in MIG. You can convert them into whichever colour you like, your brand you like using. But I like the MIG paints, they spray nice. The only one I have trouble with is the off-white one, which is the 0. What colour is that one now? I can't remember which colour it is now. Oh, 10. 0010. That's the only one I have trouble with. Right, so now these pieces now, I think it's 3 pieces I'm fitting, well 4 pieces, sorry. These are the ones at the different colour. Now these will be the red oxide colour. So I've looked and I think I can paint them. I can mask it off and paint them, which I think will be a little bit easier. If I can't, I'll just paintbrush them. Now here as well, be careful as well, don't glue this piece on, leave it loose. Now it's a little bit tight, so all I do is just run the drill through the middle, just to enlarge it a little bit, and then you've got it, it's workable then. You can actually glue this bar into position, but it's the actual other piece you don't want to glue. You've got as well, there's 3 bits of photo etch to glue on these, but what I'll do, I'll glue it all together first, let it dry, and then I'll glue the photo etch parts on after, because you've got a chance of breaking them off. So you just take your time, make sure everything lines up, keep dry fitting. I can't say it enough, just keep test fitting, making sure it all falls together, and then once you're happy, then you can commit yourself to glue. It doesn't matter what you build, whether it's tanks or aircraft, whichever, dry fit, and you'll have no trouble. It's better to find the problem before you glued it than after. Okay, so that's that assembly done now. Now we're back on the now these chairs, they're all in one. I didn't bother showing you what to do, and all on the back of them you got the two, and there's two photo etch springs to glue on the back. What I don't actually show you fitting them, but they're pretty straightforward. Really nice detail. Now, all I've done, I've just written a number on the seat, so now I've got the right seat. Well, you can see the photo etch there. Look, pretty straightforward. Now it's telling you to put the floor piece in first and then glue the seat on, but I've glued it first because the floor and the frame of the seat is the same colour, and then I'll brush paint the seat after, the cushion bit. And there's 4 holes as well, just to make sure you get in the right place. Okay, really nice. Bit of a clean up. Nothing major. You could if you wanted to, because there's no detail on the seat. You could probably just put a bit of detail on it if you want a bit of wear or something. Now this now is the other side. This is the opposite side I've just done, and there's a little bit more. You got the same 4 pieces, but this time you've got an extra 3 pieces that go on this, and it's got 2 dials on for the driver. No problems. You've got 1 photo etch piece which you've got to bend. Nothing major. That all you gotta do, there's like a little pin on that round piece you're putting in now, and there's a groove on the main piece, and as long as you get that in line, it'll fit fine. Okay, so really nice, and again you've got a little lever to put on. It's absolutely pouring it down there. I don't know if you can hear it or not, because I have to work in the shed. It really sounds bad in here when I'm recording, but hopefully you can hear me, still hear me alright. Okay, so now we're just going to glue the other pieces on now. No problem, really straightforward. You got some decals as well to go on these. It's all painted the same colour. It's all off-white, the off-white one. I think I said the wrong colour earlier. It's actually MiG 0017. Sorry, not the other one I said. And the most of it is that colour. That's the only colour I have trouble with painting. If you go too thick with it, it like separates. So just dust coat it nice and lightly, you'll have no trouble. Okay, so I'm just gluing it. I'll actually glue these in now. You've got some little pins just to help. Really nice. Also, before I spray, I always coat the photo etch parts with the Mr. Hobby, the metal primer. Just brush paint it on. And it dries flat. It doesn't leave any brush marks in. It's really good stuff. It's a really nice. You can just see the dial. There, look. You can just make it out. Really nice. No problem at all. Nicely detailed. Right, now we're back to the floor pieces now. By the time you're finished, most of this is going to be covered up by the floor. And it's all the floor pieces I'm fitting now will all be red oxide. Which is the 0014, the MIG. You can really go to town with the weathering on this because it's got the clear roof as well, so you can see inside. Well, I shall leave it. Leave it clear still, but leave it loose as well, so you can take it off if you need to. Just helps so you can see everything. I hope you can see what I'm doing, because it's really small, some of these parts are. Right, so that's the first chair. Don't glue that on, that little piece I've just put on, because you can have it open or closed. And this piece as well, don't glue this piece on. There's two little pins on the end. What I do when I fold the photo etch over, I'll leave it a little bit wider than the pins, hold it in position, and then close it up with the tweezers then, and it clamps the piece in. I know it's come out, but it does usually work. Okay, so just slot it in the two holes. There's two holes in the photo etch, and just squeeze it together. It does work, honestly. Whereas that little piece of photo etch, it's just got two little bends on. Your photo etch, you've got like little score marks on it, and it helps you bend it so you know where to bend it. Right, so we just there's little bits of photo etch here as well. There's two little nibs to bend over. Just all you gotta do, just make sure you bend them the right way. And on the sides there's little holes cut out. So just put a bit of super glue in, and it lines it up for you. You only need the slightest bit of glue, just to hold it in place, and then when you're happy then with the location, then just put a bit of more glue around the edge then. Okay, really nice. There are some ejector pin marks on there. Are you going to see them? I don't think you are, but I do sand them off anyway just to make sure. Okay, so this is the third update finished. Hopefully you like what you see. If you do, please subscribe. Please leave a comment. Really do. I like reading your comments and I like answering them. Really appreciate everything. Okay, so I'll be back very soon with another update of the King Tiger. So catch you on the next update. Thank you.